So today, if you haven't created a character yet, this is a fun thing to do. So I super fast. Again, I'm trying to just model scrappy thinking here, but I created let's see, a little character that I'm going to call Sammy the Squirrel. And I actually haven't created him yet. So I'm going to show you what that might look like. And so let me share my screen and see. Chris put in the comments that you could publish the reel everywhere. I just saw a YouTube video with Pat Flynn. Yes, that is so true. You can put it on, I think what you're meaning, like you could put it on YouTube Shorts, you could put it on Instagram, you can put it on Facebook. So all the places that you're connected to, sharing those videos there is so very helpful. So thank you. That's a great tip. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll just dive in. And so what I'm showing is if you wanted to create some kind of character or image, this is how you could do it. So again, you could do it in ChatGPT. I'm going to go to Gemini and I clicked the plus sign here and I said, create an image. I can even go back just to show you. Oh my goodness, new chat, and we'll say plus sign and then create image. And again, it pulls up all kinds of templates. So if you wanted to do something with Gothic clay, you could do that. I'm going to try this first and see what comes up with. I'm creating a character and I'll say, don't add any text. Don't add any text. But it's going to be Sammy the Squirrel. And the idea is that this squirrel helps entrepreneurs organize their 847 different ideas and tabs that are open. And okay, I love how it does not listen to me. Don't add text. Let's say redo this image without text. And then I can also go to ChatGPT and check that out, what that might produce. Our goal today is to just have some kind of character that we're going to play with. And here I can say, create an image. And I know like Jonna, you do a lot with the bee idea. That could be your character. I'll say a cartoon style character of a squirrel. Okay, so that's getting there. I think in my mind, I was picturing something more. So I'll see if I add those words. Can you create it more Pixar like? I will be honest, I used to use Midjourney. I just canceled my subscription, but that's where I have found the best characters to come from. I know that with the images that we use with Jonathan has done a ton of those images. Okay, that one's kind of cute. Oh my gosh, they're getting better. That is really cute, actually. So when you have this image pulled up and you want to, if you want to change it or get rid of anything like that, so you can add that too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download that one. And then over on ChatGPT, so I'm going to use this here. And I'm actually going to say, so the prompt that we're going to say is, can you create a 360 DNA? So you can just upload your image if you want there. Let me see how exactly I phrased it. So I did it ahead of time with one of the other characters that I had. So I just said, can you create a 360 character DNA sheet for this character? And then the output that it's going to give is going to be like, okay, here are the color palettes, close-up details with the face, hair, accessories, the outfit style, the personal items that she might have, and then her key traits. So that's just going to help when we're brainstorming and creating a video to have that DNA sheet. So I'll just copy this prompt here. And then I'm going to come back to my squirrel and paste this. That's super simple. I'll also put that in the chat if you're watching on Facebook and you'd like that. Just say prompt and I can add it there. And that's going to help us to get the visuals for this little graphic. And now I'm going to do some work on brainstorming a short little script. So I'm going to show you my conversation that I had over here on chat. So I was saying, like, I just said, help me create an image of a character I could use for marketing, maybe something fun, give me 10 animal ideas. And so then that's where it came up with Ollie the otter. Okay, so now I'm just going to say oh, Ollie the otter. No, I went with Sammy the squirrel. I would like to create a short video about Sammy the squirrel who will tell users about an amazing class he took with Angelina on how to organize his Claude ecosystem. Help me come up with a script. And again, you can use custom GPTs, but if you want to just start with this, I want you to know how super simple it can be. And I really like this one already. So Sammy runs into the frame holding papers. Hi, I'm Sammy the squirrel, and I had a problem. My Claude chats were everywhere. One for content, one for clients, one for random ideas. I couldn't find anything. Then I took Angelina's class and built my Claude ecosystem. Now Claude actually knows my business and my squirrel brain can finally relax. Okay, so I'm going to say, let's use this one and write it for a 10-second script for Google Omni. Okay, and then we're going to come over here and see Sammy the squirrel DNA sheet. And that one's cute. Just for fun, I'm also going to do one with the other one that we created here. So I'm going to download that. And I'm going to come over to chat again. And then we can decide which one we like best, okay? Actually, I'll just go here. Everything is so slow because I have so many tabs open today. And then I'm going to say, can you create a character, a 360 character DNA sheet for this for Sammy the squirrel. Okay, and then we'll grab our prompt. So I'm going to say, copy this. And then we're going to go to Omni. And we're going to click the plus sign. And I'm going to say, create a video. And I'm going to say, use this prompt. Or I'll say, use this character DNA sheet and character reference photo. Here is the script. Okay, and let's check out this one. If you have a character that you've picked, go ahead and type it in the chat, or you can share your image in there as well if you want to show us what you're going to work on. I feel like I'm going to this one better, but I just want to make sure. And yes, I do, because that is adorable. Okay, so I'm going to download that. It even has a size companion. So cute. So I will upload both of these now to Gemini, both the reference image and the initial image. So here we go. You don't have to do a character DNA sheet, but I'm curious if we compare the two, what it's going to come up with. And I keep forgetting every time I do this to click that down arrow and also change the size. So that's something to remember if you want it to be vertical versus horizontal. So just something to remember. And then while that's working, with your subscription, just know that you also have access to Google Labs. Ugh. And with Labs, which has all kinds of different things, this has Google Flow. And so if you want to play with that, it's another space where you can design different scenes and be able to put them all together. Dale, was there anything that you especially liked about playing in Flow?
Yes, I created the characters, I created the scenes, I created the parts that were in there and gave them different images. And then I gave it, so it had all that. So all I have to do now is put in a script and I tell it I want three 16:9 and three 9/16s. So then I can choose from each script that I'm going to stitch together. And so it just flies on getting them done.
Amazing. And so right here where you click this plus sign is where you can add the images, the characters, whatever you want to put into the project. You upload that media there, and then that script is right here. And then here is where you can select, I think, the settings of what kind of project you're working on. So if it doesn't know that it's a video, but when I would select video, then those things would appear here on this side. So if you run out of credits, you can pop over there as well to be able to see that. And now I've forgotten which tab our video should be appearing on. I think it's this one. Okay, let's see.
Hi, you sent me the squirrel, and my cloud chats were everywhere. I was finding digital all over my business. What's this?
Oh, you guys, that is so cute. So what I probably would do now, because again, I'm really conserving my credits, I would actually go back here and I would create a final scene that's maybe I'll split this because I don't know if you, again, sorry about the sound. I promise I'll figure this out someday, but about here, it gets cut off at the end. So what I would do is actually take this clip and then make an ending clip and then put them together. But because I have that character DNA sheet and the little guy, I could put them together. I would break this up into two videos and then put those together. And again, easy peasy way to do that is with the edits app. What I'm actually going to do is create two scripts. I'll go to my phone. I'll pull up Gemini on my phone and I can grab that conversation and just put those together. Because quite honestly, you could spend a billion years playing and creating all these videos, but you want to not be in perfection mode and just get your point across. And so then my question could be, my call to action at the end would be drop the word. I could have him say, drop the word Claude for information about the course. So my homework is I'm going to create this video. I'll post it. And then I would love it if you all share your videos in the group. And I know, Jonna, that's mind blowing because the text is not always correct, which is surprising. So I'm going to stop sharing, check in with everyone, see if you have any questions. That prompt is super simple. So just try it out, see what can make, but you can make that for multiple characters. You could even do it for humans. That might be fun to try out as well. Give it a picture and then have it do all the parts of it. Any questions? Okay, so homework, go create your video, share it. And also if you want to create your DNA sheet and how simple it is. Yeah, Chris, experiment with that. I haven't tried it. I don't know, but who knows? You experiment with it or make your cat sing. That might be fun. All right, everyone. I will be sharing tomorrow. We're going to work on really thinking about the storyboard and what elements we can ask to make sure that it includes all the parts. Although, as you can see, we don't need to overcomplicate this because that was as simple as could be and it had amazing output, right? So have some fun and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.